You go.
You say.
You go. You say. You take this one. Hi!
I want to read one Mike Nichols quote to you both, which I know you know. Directing is like having sex. You never see anyone else doing it, so there's no way of knowing if you're doing it right. Yeah. As actors who direct and directors who have acted, and also very intimate scene partners in this film, could you speak a bit to that quote and that experience specifically on The Invite?
I agree with Mike that directing is like having sex, but for another reason, is that you do not do it alone. You cannot do it alone. It is a collaboration, and I love that part of it. I think that that's the most thrilling element, is that you are linking brains with people. And
it's definitely group sex.
It's group sex, yes. Directing is like having group sex only. And I think that if more people understood that the thrill of it comes from collaboration, I think more people would try directing. I think we've got to get rid of the kind of hero narrative of directing, that you are a jack of all trades in an extreme way. You are the genius behind every part of it. That's not what it is. You don't have to put that pressure on yourself. If you are a good director, I think you are really good at recognizing talent and imagination in other people, and you're just good at plugging in and creating environments that are conducive to everybody's best work.
My first 3 films with Woody Allen and Milos Forman and people like Spike Lee and David Fincher, and when you watch people who are good at it do it and you see their process, and as an actor you work inside their process, if you're interested in the totality of film, you start to see things, tricks and things that people do that leverage some kind of interesting thing, and I think you file those away, and I think we've all of us who direct things have learned a lot from the people that, you know, where we've as an actor serviced their things.
I was wondering if you could speak a little bit about the push and pull we have between Sidney Lumet and Mike Nichols.
Ooh, yes.
I know, Olivia, you love the book Making Movies.
I do. I have a few copies because anyone I know who's thinking about directing, it's the first thing I give them.
Yeah.
12 Angry Men, the way he used the camera to allow the audience to feel increasingly claustrophobic, to feel the pressure, the intensity of it, that was a huge reference for us. But his approach to pre-production is also a huge influence on me. I love that in that book he writes about prep being a time where your department heads force you to justify every decision. And those conversations are about really gut-checking everything. Why are we saying this? Why are we shooting it like this? Why is the lamp this color? Why? And if you can't answer those questions, you don't know your intentions, and once you've answered them, then you allow for freedom. I remember we were building the ceiling of the set, and typically when you build a set on a stage, there's this sense of like the extra investment it takes to put in the ceilings, and sometimes you just put a flat on there that isn't really meant to be filmed. And we spent a lot of time on the molding of that ceiling because we knew exactly how we would use that angle, and so much of that came from Sidney. And then of course Mike Nichols. Virginia Woolf is a masterclass in allowing actors to be the action sequences, allowing performance and relationships to be the thing that you feel that you've gone through an action sequence just by being in a conversation. And Mike Nichols was one of the best at doing that. I think that The Graduate also, because of not only the rehearsal process that went into that, like all of his films, but the idea of recognizing anxiety as a human trait and the agony of being revealed, your deepest kind of shameful places, often rooted in sexuality, being kind of challenged and revealed, and your mind being blown open by other people. One of the all-time best kind of ambiguous endings, surprising endings. I would say The Birdcage, because I think in terms of comedies of error that are about dinner parties gone wrong and actors just being allowed to behave and just to be set free. I mean, the performances in The Birdcage are some of the best of all time. I'll spend my whole life aspiring towards those movies and those people. I've always loved Letterboxd. I think it is fascinating to learn about movies through Letterboxd fans. I love the way people describe their experiences watching movies. It's super valuable when you want to know what to see. I always check it out.
When you're in like university and they have these film societies, you know, I remember at my school they had literally like 5 different film societies with their different focuses and things like that, and you end up missing that. I feel like what has been recreated there is the like kind of the virtual film society.
The experience of sharing this movie with Letterboxd fans has been the coolest, the best. The highest praise has come from Letterboxd.